No lie, Joel Embiid's story is real life kinda sad. One of the most talented players I have ever seen in my life, made out of 10. And his story really tells the tale of the 76ers as a whole over the past decade plus. It's been absolutely insane to annually watch this man's seasons crumble, but right now it's absolutely an all-time low. It's so bad that Philly has already let it be known that if need be, they'll petition for a medical retirement to get this nigga off the books. Then bro who dropped the news gonna say, now I don't expect it to happen, it's just a possibility, a theoretical. You will not gaslight me, Keith Smith. I refuse to believe you just bring something like this up if there's not a serious possibility of it happening. Philly's cooked. But it's their own fault. The process been a scam from the start. Embiid coming out of Kansas was viewed as the class's best prospect by most. He had only been hooping for a handful of years at that point, but everything was already there, and the potential was through the roof, boy. There was a concern though, even back in 2014, of the injuries. Missed the back end of his sole year of college due to a stress fracture in his foot. But it was thought initially that he'd be alright from it in the long run, giving a cool little 4 to 6 months on the recovery. He went on to miss his entire first season. True. He then suffered a setback and went on to miss his second consecutive season. The writing was really written on the wall, but you invested in this known risk, so you kinda had to see it through. At this point, Joel had became the face of the trust the process motto, even adopting it as his own nickname. These years from Philly did feature some of the worst professional basketball of all time, by the way. At least they got rewarded for it though. Kinda. Received the first pick and took the second coming of LeBron James. And this is where the investigation of this organization truly needs to begin. Why Ben gon' touch down in Philly and break his toe, missing his entire first season? At least Embiid's health was up to par now, and he finally made his debut. And once he touched that court, the talent was obvious, and it seemed as though the wait was worth it a little bit. Lamentably, he got shut down after 31 games. Due to being boo-boo and the plethora of moves made during the process, Philly once again get the #1 pick. Now this is where I get pissed, and I start calling for the evisceration of the Philadelphia 76ers. They took Markelle Fultz, who to this day is one of the coldest college prospects I've seen, and I'm not playing. He was thought to be the culmination of all the losing that the process entailed. The final piece of the puzzle. Kel was the rightful #1 pick, which is impossible to just say and defend nowadays because he was in the draft with some hitters, as well as the hindsight picks like Donnie, Bam, Derek White. You know, Philly draft my dog, and of course, all of a sudden Markelle starts shooting like an idiot, and folks start running rampant with the stories. Nobody knew what was wrong for quite a while. Kel knew someone right, but he kept trying to play, probably foolishly. And almost everybody around him, his trainer, his coach, and others in the organization get to tweaking. Was initially talking about, oh nah, ain't nothing wrong with him. Them grotesque, sudden, completely non-effective changes to his shot were of his own volition. Then gonna pivot to, shit, the shoulder problems he low-key, maybe, possibly having, came as a result of the changes he made to his jumper. They got so desperate for something to stick, a motorcycle accident rumor began circulating that Kel has also said was capped. Drew Hanlon, yeah, I ain't forget about you too, nigga. The man's own trainer said wasn't nothing wrong with him. He just got the yips. A rookie struggling out the gate is fine, normal even. But these wasn't no regular struggles. He literally was not okay. But his tenure in that city ain't last much longer. He got shipped off to Orlando after 2 years, and it was back to the Ben and Embiid show. For a little bit. Unfortunately, the healthiest stretch of Ben's career came in the years that feature all the Markelle drama. Jimmy Butler was on the team for a little second too. Still lost though. From 2019 on, it's just been one thing after another. I've detailed most of it already in the recent past, so I refuse to do it again. Instead, the back end of Ben's 1920 season got nuked because of his back and foot, so no bubble for him. Wasting Embiid's literal sole healthy playoff run. They straight fold horribly the following season to the Atlanta Hawks. I don't want to hear nothing about no injuries from Embiid. I ain't gonna lie, I don't care. Ben Simmons' downfall truly begins here, all cause Rayford Trae Young was in the paint. Ben hurt the 21-22 season and just stops playing. Got shipped to Brooklyn and basically ain't never played since it's over. And for Joel, I mean, it's just been constant injuries and folds. Still get the glimpses of the greatness, but all that end up getting overshadowed in the end. So let's just go ahead and get to the last, about 8 months. The Philly PG pairing came to fruition, and they are paying this man $50 million this year. He sucks, and it's quite the large injury risk too, right alongside who's supposed to be your ace. I ain't even mad at dude no more, fool. Rather, as I mentioned to start the vid, I'm sad. Cause you know what? He told us what the business was at the beginning of the season. Bro said he wasn't finna be playing in back-to-backs ever again. Brother, do you understand how severely something must be wrong for a 30-year-old man to say publicly that he essentially can't do his job no more? The uproar from them comments he made was nuts to me cause bro, he is telling you he is not okay. He went on to only playing 19 games this season. The team sucks. The 12 seed. Paul George sucks. Everything just all bad, I ain't gonna lie. It's over. Embiid's career, everything that the process stood for, ended all. Big dude literally might have to retire. I don't think nobody would take him, but you gotta try and trade PG and build around your young guards. One of them already done got hurt for the season too. Look, if you don't think this franchise cursed at this point, dog, that's on you. Hope y'all did enjoy this one right here. Man, Joel Embiid and the Sixers as a whole over the past however many years has been one of the most frustrating things to watch in sports. I called Embiid the biggest underachiever in the history of basketball, sometime within the last year, and I'm standing on that. I feel like a few people missed the point that I was making though, cause it has nothing to do with his talent. It never has. The man is so injury prone. He's never made it out of the second round. But somebody to be as good as he is, that is absurd. So yes, there can be context added and asterisks put by literally every season of this man's career. But nonetheless, I shouldn't be able to say that a player of this caliber has never ever been to the conference finals, not once. Anyway, like I said, hope y'all did enjoy this one. If you did, leave me a little like. Leave any kind of thoughts you got in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all can tap in on my social medias too. I have them linked in the description and all that. And I'm gonna see y'all real soon in the next one.